There's a strange silence that follows the end of a job. No morning rush, no emails waiting, and no one calling your name in the hallway. Just space. And in that space, you start asking questions you've avoided for years. Who am I when no one needs me to perform? When there is no title attached to my name? And when no one is watching? For most people, that silence is terrifying because we've built our identity around doing, achieving, proving. We confuse the person with a title for the person within. I've lived that moment myself. Losing a title doesn't just hit your wallet, it hits your pride. It shakes the ground you thought was solid. And it forces you to meet a version of yourself you might not have spoken to in years. Titles are seductive. They make introductions easier. They give you credibility, validation, and if we're honest, a certain kind of safety. Because as long as you have the title, you don't have to explain yourself. But what we rarely admit is that titles can also become a prison. They keep you chasing external approval while your internal voice grows quieter. We say, I'm a CEO, or I'm a teacher, or I'm a doctor. But underneath all of that, you are a person trying to contribute, to belong, and to be seen. When the title disappears, what's really exposed is how fragile that connection to self has become. That first week after losing your role feels strange. You go from structure to silence, from several meetings a week to zero, and at first you try to fill it. Coffee chats, LinkedIn updates, maybe even a forced positivity. But eventually you realize this is not about staying busy, it is about getting honest. The rebuild doesn't start with another job. It starts when you stop trying to replace the old version of yourself and start trying to understand yourself. We often measure our value by what we produce, numbers, reports, results. But when that's gone, you have to find value in what you bring, your discipline, your integrity, and your calm under pressure. The way you treat people when no one is watching, that's what survives redundancy. That's what makes you employable, but more importantly, human. Because titles change, the character doesn't. Take a moment and imagine this. You are standing in front of a mirror. No company attire, no fancy email signature, just you. What do you see? Do you recognize that person? Do you like that person? And do you trust that person? Well, if not, this is your chance to rebuild that relationship with yourself. Strip away the layers of performance. Reclaim the parts of yourself that got buried under the responsibility. You're not starting from zero, you are starting from clarity. The truth is, losing your title might be the best thing that ever happened to you. I know it sounds strange, but hear me out. Because it forces you to realize you were never just that title. You were always more. So as you step into this next chapter, don't rush to fill the space. Sit in it. Learn from it. Let it remind you that confidence is not built on what you have. It is built on who you are when everything else is stripped away. You are not your job. You are the person who did it, and that person still has work worth doing. I hope this helped you a little bit if you are in the process of being made redundant. This was my inner confidence, a space for you to pause, reflect, and rebuild. And if this episode hit home, share it with someone who needs that reminder today. Hit the like button and subscribe and forward it to someone you think needs that little nudge. And remember, the silence after the title is where the real voice begins.